What's up, sports nuts? I'm Ronny Chieng. That's Roy Wood Jr. Roy, are you ready to talk about sports?
Dude, we're standing on fake grass. Of course I am. Let's do it.
Great. Let's start with the Winter Olympics.
I thought you meant real sports, like basketball or Wordle. Didn't know.
What? Come on, the Winter Olympics have all kinds of great sports, like skiing and cross-country skiing and alpine skiing and snow skiing and ski snowing and ski lift riding.
Stop. This is a hate crime.
No, Roy, that's not a hate crime. What is a hate crime is what China did in the opening ceremony. I mean, just take a look at this.
The Winter Olympics now in full swing after the ceremonial start of the Games. Team USA walking in the Parade of Nations. But a controversial ending to the ceremony, China choosing a Uyghur athlete as one of the torchbearers to light the final Olympic flame. The host country has been condemned for its treatment of the Muslim ethnic minority in Xinjiang, leading the U.S. and other nations to hold a diplomatic boycott of the Games.
Damn, trotting out the Uyghurs like that. Do you have any idea the size of the balls that takes? The Great Wall ain't the only thing you can see from space, Ronnie.
I don't even get what the message was supposed to be here. China's like, it's all cool. See, we let them hold fire.
See, this is the problem. See, this is why the Olympics host country should be a global superpower that's not mixed up in all the allegations of human rights abuses.
Yes,
like
exactly.
a good country, you know?
Exactly, like
what's the one? No, not them. What? No, they just got an award. You know what? Let's move on. Let's just move on. We'll come up with one. We'll come up with one because there's still a pandemic going on.
That's right.
China's COVID crackdowns are turning the games into a different kind of spectacle.
Everyone who touches down in Beijing for the Winter Games is greeted by a hazmat suit-wearing welcoming committee like this one. They help you navigate various checkpoints and not one, but 2 COVID tests.
When an athlete or reporter tests positive, they're ordered to put on a full hazmat suit and taken away by ambulance to a COVID isolation hotel 45 minutes away. And the food, some say, is inedible. One Russian athlete says she was given this tray of food for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for 5 days. My stomach hurts, and I have huge black circles around my eyes. I cry every day.
That's what they're feeding Olympians? How did the chef even go about preparing that? Eating food and then throwing it up again?
No, man, it's got all the major food groups. Unsalted potatoes, weird meat, red liquid. I say bon appetit. What I can't believe is that they're making them wear hazmat suits just for COVID. Those should be reserved for more dangerous situations, like handling flesh-eating bacteria or using a bathroom on a bus.
I totally disagree with you, Roy. That's such an American perspective. When the rest of the world gets COVID, they quarantine. When Americans catch COVID, they go to Applebee's.
Hey. Badmouth America all you want, but what you're not gonna do is disrespect Applebee's, all right? They got milkshake egg rolls, bro. They are so delicious and decadent.
Whatever. But enough about the Olympics. Let's talk about the Olympics of a sport that only America plays. The Super Bowl.
That's what I'm talking about, Ronnie. Finally, we're talking about football. Cincinnati Bengals, LA Rams on Sunday, and I'm already on layer 83 of my famous 1,400 layer beam dip. I call it the iceberg melter.
What does that mean?
Because it causes so much farting, it messes with the global warming and stuff out your
Okay,
ass,
that is disgusting.
You know?
While you're gambling with your digestive system, Americans will be doing a different kind of gambling. The gambling kind.
Millions, literally, of Americans are expected to place a wager of some type on the Super Bowl.
And they'll bet an eye-popping $7.6 billion, up 78% from last year. That dramatic rise attributed largely to broader access. Well, since last year, 10 states have launched legal sports betting, meaning 45 million more Americans can wager in their home state than last year.
$7.6 billion on Super Bowl gambling? That could buy you a lot of NFTs. Or maybe just a few NFTs. I still don't know what NFTs are.
Here's my thing. The second they legalized gambling, it was everywhere. Day one, everywhere, gambling. The websites were ready, the ads were on my timeline, so why does every other law take years to kick in? Joe Biden, put DraftKings in charge of your infrastructure bill. By March, everybody gonna have their own bridge.
But you know, Roy, the Super Bowl isn't all about gambling and farting.
I disagree, but go on.
It's also about having the worst Monday of the year, unless you live in Ohio.
Cincinnati public schools are giving students the day off after the big game. The school district tweeted in honor of the Bengals' first Super Bowl appearance since 1988. CPS will not have school on Monday, February 14th.
They say it's so everyone can, quote, celebrate what we believe will be our city's first Super Bowl victory. They should just make it a national holiday.
I love this. And as someone who grew up in Cincinnati, I will also be taking next Monday off.
You're not from Cincinnati.
Yeah, I am.
Name one thing Cincinnati's famous for.
Nothing.
Okay. Lucky guess. But seriously, this is bullshit. What is this teaching the children of Ohio? You're not supposed to get off the day after the Super Bowl. You're supposed to pretend you have the flu the day after the Super Bowl.
By the way, Roy, do you want to come over to my place to watch the Super Bowl?
I can't, dog. I got COVID.
What? Like right now?
Of course, yes. Right now, I have COVID.
Well, then what are we doing here in the studio? We should be going to Applebee's.
My man, that's what I'm talking about. Let's do it.